Mahapurush Mishra leaves. So the organizers come to Panditji and tells him, we are going to give you 200 rupees. Why don't you sing? Why don't you play the tabla? So he says, I'm sorry, give me 25 rupees, but give me for my song. I will not earn through the tabla. So then I asked Panditji, I said, Panditji, what was the big deal? You could have sang. I mean, 200 rupees meant 3 months of freedom for you to practice all you wanted. And then he told me, you can lie to the whole world. You can even lie to God, but you can't lie to yourself. If you lie to yourself, you're always going to take just what is in front of you. And that's not the way you reach where you're supposed to reach. So I don't think we can all say that we will not lie to ourselves. I think we do lie to ourselves. But what happens is, if we give ourselves space, sooner or later we realize what lying is this about. This is a little detour I'm taking. I don't know if you read my column in Ahmedabad Mirror last Tuesday. So there was this thing on poker. I enjoy poker and I think I'm a good poker player. But talking about honesty with yourself was, I had made this terrible move in which I lost a lot of chips. And when somebody makes a bad move, the rest of the players get on to you. Oh, that was a terrible move. How could you not read it? How could you be so stupid? Blah, 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 blah. When I was hearing that, I was so involved in defending myself that I did not even care whether the move was stupid. So I defended myself tooth and nail and I said, well, this is the way I play and that's the way I read, and you know, if you read something else, good for you. And this thing ended there. The next hand was dealt. When I went home, 2 days had passed, and when, you know, I did not have to defend myself against the others, I softly opened that episode and I looked at it and I saw that it was my fault. How could I have not read it? So what I understood is, when we do talk about accepting our mistakes, accepting our fears, we perhaps may need some space, all right? So to give yourself that space, and when you give yourself that space to come to terms with your own errors, you may also understand why that somebody whom you love is not being able to see whatever you want him or her to see right then. Now that brings me to my next point, which is going to be a little interactive, if I may have all of you to participate. Now this is about me and the other, and this actually was given to me by a 7-year-old kid. Let me see if any of you can get it. So think of one of your loved ones, okay? It could be a boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband, your kid, your friend, your colleague, your partner, anybody, all right? So your partner has either lost that big contract or that admission or that project or that game or that place in an employment field, and he or she is extremely upset and comes home. And you want to comfort, isn't it? You want to comfort, right? So what is it that you say? Come on, let me have some answers. How will you comfort your loved one that you truly want to comfort? What would you say?
Part of life.
Part of life? God makes plans. Okay, so this is not the right time and you will get it in. Any other thing? How else do you?
They didn't deserve you.
They didn't deserve you. Oh, right, that's nice. Okay.
Failure is the first step to success.
Failure is the first step to success. So, you know, this will happen. What else? Okay, it's okay, I love you. I still haven't got my answer. Yeah?
Recognize his or her feelings.
Sorry?
Recognize his or her feelings, probably.
Recognize each of our feelings.
His or her feelings.
Okay, recognize his or her feelings. What do you mean by?
Basically,
Why don't you come along with me, take a bath and let's go for a drive? Wow.
So that you would say to you, okay, come along with me, take a bath and let's go for a drive. All right. So that's all your ways of comforting. I'll take one last answer there. Okay, sit next to him and let him talk. All right. Now reverse the situation. You are the one who's lost that very important thing which means the world to you, and your partner comes and says, let's go on a drive. You say, yeah, but what about my hurt? Or you say that failure is the first step to success. I know. What is it that you would like to hear at that time? Tell me that one thing, you know. Actually, you kind of touched upon it.
I love you.
Yes, I love you, yes. That probably the partner already knows. And yeah, these are all very relevant answers and they need to come at some point. But what needs to come when you're hurting? You know, when the person you love the most, you have lost something, and the person you love the most comes and tells you, oh my God, you must be so miserable inside. You must be wanting like this is the end of the earth. And you'll be like, wow, he understands me, right? So this came to me by my 7-year-old daughter when my book was rejected the first time, and she's like, you must be hurting. You know, when my husband told me, oh, you want me to publish it? So what I thought was this whole idea of allowing the person his or her pain and just be there to say that I know it hurts. That is the starting point of reaching out. You know, reaching out where, see, we all know that I'm loved and there's going to be another chance and this is not the end of life. But what happens at that point? In the same way, in, one second, how much time do I have? Because there's no clock in here.
16 minutes.
I've already done 16 minutes? Oh my God. Then I need to end. I'm sorry. I want to end with one little 2-minute exercise. This is another exercise that I want you to, this is again on our relationship with one another. What is this? Okay. Describe it, like, what else could it be? It's a chair, what else? Okay, wait, let me do something with it. What do you see now? 4 legs, what else? A bottom, okay. 4 legs, a bottom, what else? What could it be used for other than, you know?
Best keep in the hostel.
Okay, something to keep in the hostel, okay. What else?
Someone to wait for it.
Sculptural installation. Hit someone. L, aligned. Okay, somebody crying. All right. Oh, L crying. Okay, that's sweet.
But for me, Raksha, I feel you need to just go inside and relax it quietly.
Okay, go inside this and relax. What I saw in this is a chair. It's an inanimate thing which does not move its character, its constitution. And yet, when I just gave it a little turn, it came alive with 100 possibilities. So imagine this person in front of you whom you love, who is a dynamic, changing person every day. Can we even begin to know or end the possibility of that person? And looking back, the possibility of ourselves.